LEGO has released new images for these summer sets, so we're going to take a look through each one. I'll tell you my thoughts, I'll show you some of the social media comments, and then let me know what your thoughts are on these sets as well. Now, as somebody who used to work for LEGO, some of the things that we talked about is the size of these sets are definitely getting smaller. Uh, Price per piece count, especially for Star Wars sets, can be a uh, little wonky. Anyways, moving forward, what I do like about this set when I first saw it is that it takes me back to watching Revenge of the Sith, watching the Clone Wars, and seeing the Juggernaut, and most of all, seeing the minifigures that we're getting. Although there has been some discussions about the minifigs themselves, but if I'm looking at this just again as a kid, I I really like the set and what we're getting here. But we're going to take a closer look. So here's the back of the box. So it does open up. It is a set again that feels smaller, but we do get, we have Ki-Adi-Mundi, we have the troopers, the droids, and the different compartments that are going to open up. And here we have another shot. Now there are a lot of images for these sets, and I do have some of the minifigs themselves, so we'll take a look at those as well. There were a lot of comments saying that this looked more like a mid-scale version of this set, and I would have to agree with that. The set does retail for $160, which again is not surprising given the trend that we've been seeing with Star Wars sets. And then at the top there, we see a stud shooter, and again, just a different angle of this Juggernaut Lego set. And they did also include this image to show us the minifigs themselves inside of the Juggernaut. Here we have another image of the Republic Juggernaut, 813 pieces, $159. Is definitely pretty high up there when it comes to the price. Next up, we have the UCS AT-ST Walker, 1,513 pieces, and retails for $200. Now, as always, I was kind of hoping that we would have something else that would go along with it, but at the same time, given the trend of these sets, I'm not too surprised that there is no terrain or anything like that included, and it would probably jack up the price. So at that point, you just want to maybe create your own mock in order to paint a scene for this set. And then here's a back part here. Now, this is a set that has released before. There's a previous version, but we are getting another one here. I like the set. I think it looks great. I don't have the previous version, so for me this would be my first one. And here's another shot of that. Now there is a wheel, tire in the middle part there that will help it spin, which is pretty cool. And then the outsides there move as well. Now this minifig I think looks great. Got the prints there. I think they did a nice job with the design on this one. Moving on. Now, before any comments start saying it's this, it's that, listen, I don't care. The set here, that's the name of the box. That's what I'm going to go with. So this is Jango Fett Starship. It's $69.99. It is 707 pieces. And taking a quick look at the back of the box, I think this minifig is obviously the one that a lot of people are going to be getting this set for, given that these two have already been released, or you might already have them. Now, it is important to note that the arm print is not being included like it was in the UCS version. So, whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, let me know in the comments. I know LEGO has made some comments on that before, but here we are. Now, this scale is probably going to be like the previous one that was released, that was Boba Fett's. Um, but you have a play scale version option now, which is probably a good thing. Here's another cool shot, and whether you get this set or not, because you might already have the UCS, or if you think, why are they releasing this again? You got to remember there's families out there, kids, siblings, etc., that they might be able to get this set for them, and somebody else can get the UCS, or maybe that's not an option. Now, let me know if you think this boba is the same one that was just released. Let me know what you think about the hair. I know there was some feedback from Daniel Logan as well, who plays Boba Fett. This minifigure, amazing. I like it. Huge fan. Moving on to the Battle of Felucia Separatist MTT. This is $160, 976 pieces. Now, again, speaking solely from nostalgia and from watching Revenge of the Sith, and I also got to meet her, which is pretty cool. I like the box art. I like the set and what we're seeing on the outside. Getting Blythe, getting Ayla, I've been wanting to see that for a long time in the same set. Now, for the build itself, I have to wait and see what it looks like in person, but I do like the nice detail they added up there with eyes. You can put a couple droids there. It's not a lot of droids, but again, that's something that we'll have to just wait and see. Here's this other side of it that opens up, and here we have this image here that shows the droids can come out and be pushed back in. Now, it is Lego, so you can always create something that you would like to see, but it's very valid when people say that it is a bit disappointing to have to do that because of what you're paying, right? That you should be getting your money's worth, basically. And so I understand. Here we have Ayla Sakura. I think the minifig looks great. I don't have too many critiques on it. I think it looks fine. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the droids, the battle droids. That's just me. But hey, the fact that we're getting them, we should be getting them, especially in this set, is great. Now, these guys I am a fan of. I do like these. These I just have too many of. Some comments here pointing out that the MTT should be 120. Lego's grade has gotten insane, but people are going to buy these sets anyway. Now, that person is not wrong. There's still going to be people buying the sets regardless of all these complaints. And then that the turbo tank looks like a microfighter that was enlarged in Photoshop. So if you made it this far, let me know what you think in the comments. Now, I'm not sure which ones I'll pick up day one, but we'll just have to wait and see.